welcome back to the Schmitter's 100-acre woods. Today is a general day that just kind of do little projects here or there. There's the threat of rain today, so we're not going to get super carried away with any big projects, just so that if we do get caught out in rain, we can abandon it and then come back to it later. Okay, if you guys missed the last video, here's kind of what I'm talking about with it falling in. So I have a pretty good hole over here where water's just kind of undercut some of it, but we'll fill that in. And then there's a low spot here from tire tracks and another one here. So what I'll do is I'll probably back the auger in with the dirt somewhere in kind of this area here, and really focus on it to begin with. So fill this in, or put some dirt in, and then I'll fill that direction, and then I'll let Dad come through with the tractor and then grade all that out. So we'll build it up a little bit here, just to help so we can get through here. We're digging this out and putting in a pipe here, but we're a little ways off from that. So we'll go ahead and get this neatened up a little bit so that it's good to go next go round, or so it's good to go for a little bit longer until we get to that point. Getting the path here, got some dirt put in, got it leveled off. Kind of the big low spot there we got filled in, and then a couple of those, just working on grading it out. Nice thing with the grader box and the tractor, it's 5 feet wide, which is the same as the auger. So if the auger will fit through, then, or if the grader box will fit through, then the auger does. So I'm just working on getting it graded out and finalized now. Not looking for perfect, just looking for passable, because we will be digging all this out to put the pipe in eventually, but just working on getting it a little bit better so that we can get through here. And like if I ended up getting more stones to put this, finish this up a little bit, then I can get back here and not have to worry about falling in there. So I think now that we got this done, I think we're going to look at going back around and kind of working on that south trail now that the bees have moved, and we'll go from there. I mentioned to you guys a couple times about the pipe that we're going to put in for that section where for like an additional overflow. So I keep saying we're going to rip out a section and put in a pipe. Well, this is going to be the pipe, so it's the other half that we cut from this 24-inch pipe. So what we want to do though is we want to put the pipe down in the ground enough to where we're not just getting the very bottom piece of it to have water go through. So we want to be able to put this pipe down enough to where we can cover it over and not have a big hump up over. So in theory, what we did was we made this piece here. So we just bent a piece of metal around in the same arc as the pipe, and then did a weld on the outside here for a plate. So in essence, what this does is, so today we just brought it for fitment to make sure we didn't need to change anything, but we'll get this flush up against and then drill holes to hold it to the ductile iron. But in theory, all this will be rotated around. And so instead of just having a little lip that the water would go through, so if you turn everything over, you'd have, this 10 inches or so that we could put this in the ground and then have this entire area be where water could come through. So, and the idea for this is just a overflow, like an emergency overflow. So we have the little pipe where most of the water is going out all the time. This is going to only have water going through it whenever we get a really heavy rain or we are in the wet season. So instead of washing over the road that we have, it will have all this area for water to go in, fall, and then go out. So that's one thing that we worked on, just welded up pretty quick, nothing super fancy. or anything like that. Just a couple pieces of metal that we cut and welded on, and then we will bolt onto that. So we're waiting for the pond to go down a little bit before we start messing with digging that out, because we know we're going to lose water. So we're going to see if the pond goes down and see if we can't do it then, so that we maximize, or minimize the amount of water that we lose, and then put this in. The only section we have left now that we haven't really completely fleshed out and gotten kind of to our current standards of path. So we've kind of gotten some of the area here where we cut into the hill and worked it, but not really. So after he gets done widening out the spot he's at now, it's going to come this direction and on the left. So he got rid of that. He ate in this hillside a little bit and got it flattened out. The hump that was here, he filled in. So one thing that he did do, which is kind of two-purpose. Here there was the dead stump, so he's able to just get that pushed out. Over here on the left was where that cherry stump was. So he was able to get that out because it was mostly uprooted, and since it fell kind of that direction, got it taken care of. Okay, the other thing that should be able to see or saw in the video is the tree that was here. He was able to get worked around it and get it pushed down. Having just the one little narrow spot to get through, now I have this nice big path. So now he's working up there, so I had kind of a low spot up there, so he's taking some of this dirt and put it in there, and just kind of widening out the road in general in different spots. So yeah, really focused on getting the path made initially, and now going back through and putting the finishing touches on to make it a nice road instead of just a you know, a little path where you can just barely get through. Alright, so getting wrapped up for today. So today really ended up being about trail maintenance. Started out by getting everything over there by the pond, that little trail we have over there, buttoned up, and getting it so that it was passable again, since it had kind of eroded away and sunken in a little bit. So we started over there, got that done, and then headed over to the south trail and started, you know, kind of widening that out. So the last few weeks has really been focused on just getting through. And then once we got through, it was really working on getting, now getting it a nice, you know, more of a road. So getting everything bumped out, get it widened, any of the big humps we have in it or valleys, get those kind of smoothed out. So, so that's really what we focused on today, was just getting, you know, maintaining the trails. We have, you know, almost 2 miles of them now, so you know, it's one thing that we do every time we come over is, you know, just kind of ride around and see, make sure that there's nothing down so that they're always passable, and then just getting these so they're nice and widened out and making them a little bit nicer. So that's what we worked on primarily today. Wasn't 100% sure what we were going to focus on, just with the unknown of rain. Since we lucked out and didn't have any rain, I think it's getting ready to head this direction, so we're going to get buttoned up. And thank you for watching the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. Hopefully you found this video interesting. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up so I know that people are making it to the end of the video, and we'll catch you next time.